what's happening? Welcome. We're back. We're back. Football is back. Thank freaking goodness for that. I hate international breaks. As usual, I'm joined with my host, Chris. Chris, how you doing?
Good, man. How's things?
So glad football's back, man. I don't know about you.
It was a boring weekend.
It's been terrible, mate. It's been terrible. Absolutely terrible, mate. Oh, worst thing about international breaks, injuries, but we can get back into that later on in the show. Right, guys, first and foremost, welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend, start of the weekend, wherever you may be tuning in from. Yeah, we got football. It's back. It's better. It's best. It's English. It's United. Let's freaking go. Sorry, excuse me. Apologies. If you wouldn't mind hitting that the like button, the share button. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Remember, first 1,000 followers on both platforms get a free entry into our draw. Prizes will be announced a little bit later. Currently, we're at 432 followers on Facebook. Absolutely smashing it. Remember, you can get 2 entries if you go across to YouTube and hit us a follow on YouTube. You should be able to see us now. So, big exciting news in the world of football. I don't maybe touch on it a little, but Newcastle became the richest club in football.
Gone from being one of the poorest.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. You know, before Chelsea, you know, it was always the big 3, and I think now we have to include them in the big 5. Big 7. I don't even know where we are anymore. It is English football. But yeah.
Yeah. That's a crazy amount of money.
It is, eh? What was it for?
I mean, not to buy the club, but
yeah, but what is he coming with? Bankroll of like what, 439 billion?
Yeah.
Oh, take that any day of the week, man. Any day of the week.
It's I didn't see it coming. I mean, good for the Newcastle fans, and I think overall it'd be good for English football too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If every club gets backed by mega rich whoever, I mean, it'll become a competition again. Yeah.
What does it mean for us, though? I mean, it's just going to put the pressure on us now to maintain top 4.
Sure. Which pressure's already there. I don't think other clubs should compare themselves to Newcastle. Well, there's no sense. It like I said, I think it'd be great for English football, great for the Newcastle fans, which, I mean, I know the rivalry's there, but yeah.
Well, have you seen some of the signings they've been linked with? Yeah. They want to come take some of our unhappy players. I think Jesse was approached, potentially. We don't know. We know Bruce is getting the sack, and they appointing a world-class manager. We know that's happening.
Give him a shot.
Who, Steve Bruce?
Yeah. He's never had backing like that before. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I don't care who's managing Newcastle.
Yeah, it's Newcastle.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
But yeah. Back to United. So, internationals. Big blow. Massive blow.
Yeah, I know. I sent you the link. You had already seen it as soon as I saw it anyway. It sucks.
Yeah. If you don't know, Rashford Varane picked up a groin injury. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Playing in the Nationals Cup or something? France
something
versus
like that.
Spain final. I don't know. Some positives from there. You know, Pogba picked up a trophy. Looked good. So some positives there. But, you know, we've always got this debate. Pogba plays better for France because he's got a certain defender behind him.
Right.
So,
yeah. We've discussed that before.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a massive blow. Obviously, losing Varane for 2 weeks we've already got Maguire out. However, there is some good news about Maguire. He was on the training pitch today.
Sure was.
That's great news. That's great news. So
he's getting close.
what are we looking at? Another week? I don't think.
Hopefully,
if he plays him tomorrow, I think Ole has dropped the ball.
I don't think he'll play him tomorrow.
He
In the press conference, the press conference today, he didn't seem like he was.
I didn't get that feeling.
I think we'll see Bailly and Lindelof.
No, because he spoke highly of them in the press conference.
Yeah, I mean, he said they had got some game time in with the international break too, which is great for them. Get some sharpness back and get them out on the pitch.
Yeah, it was. We got so much depth in the squad; it's a headache, absolute headache.
And I mean, Bailly's not a bad defender. He's going to get out there with something to prove now, which is great. And Lindelof, I've said before, I like him. I don't think he's world class by any means, but he looks good this season. So I'm not too panicked about the back line. I mean, Shaw's back, Wan-Bissaka's playing. I think we'll see two defensive midfielders, but we see that anyway. So yeah.
Well, that's going to be an interesting thing because now we've got Fred and Cavani coming back from the Uruguay-Brazil game, and we already know that they're not going to play together. Well, they're not going to play.
Yeah, they won't be playing tomorrow. Yeah, I think they played this morning.
Yeah.
Or yes, yeah.
It was, the 1:30 in the morning British time, so they would have landed. It's just, if they play, that's just silly.
Yeah, no, we won't see them.
We saw something in the press saying that perhaps a private jet was leased to get some of these players back. Rubinho being one of them. Fernandinho, I think. There was nine players in total. So I think there was, I don't know if it was a scramble to get them back, try to get them back, but it's just silly. Maybe for the teams playing later on in the weekend, we'll see them, but for us, being this 3 o'clock Saturday game, which is an annoyance for those in the UK, I believe. I think something to do with television rights. I think Fred not being in the side is a blessing.
I'm not going to complain.
I think it's a blessing. Massive blessing. Nothing against Fred. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Apologies. But some good news. You mentioned Wan-Bissaka, and I think he's in a bit of a rut at the moment. We're not seeing the best Wan-Bissaka we've seen for a long time.
Yeah, I think since that red card in the Champions League, he just hasn't been there.
Maybe even before that, leading up to
it was starting, but I think that was the nail in the coffin.
Hampered him a lot. However, some good news is the 2-game ban has been overturned. So he should be available again for Atalanta. How do you say that?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's one of those weird names.
I know it's not Atlanta.
No, it's like Atalanta or something like that.
Yeah. I saw that. It's good he'll be back because Dallo did not do it for me last time out.
I do agree with that statement. However, he played his absolute socks on when he came on to cover for Wan-Bissaka, got given the chance and didn't capitalize. And that's what Ole touched in the press conference today. And he says, I think it was with the Jesse Lingard conversation. He says, you got to show me that you want to play.
Right.
And we're not seeing that from a lot of players. And I think I saw something in the Everton game. The first time you made a mistake, you got subbed. I went back and watched that game. Fred got taken off straight after a missed tackle. There was another key, I think. I didn't say Cavani made a mistake, but he brought on Ronaldo. And I think there was something leading up to Cavani being taken off. Man, I must make better notes. Apologies, man. Apologies. but
no, I caught that watching the game though.
There seems to be a shift.
He had that a little ruthless streak there.
Yeah, it seems to be there seems to be a little bit of a shift, and I think I think that's the media coming down on him. That's the pressures. I think the board. I think everything. However, we're hearing that they're all pro Ole. We've just, signed the Fleming Films contract extension. So we've got that. We've been hearing reports now that we're going to splash out some money for a CDM in the next 2 transfer windows. We're going to make it our utmost mission. This is what came out of the club, the Manchester Evening News. We are making it our mission to get a CDM in the next 2 transfer windows.
Which needs to be priority.
It needed to be priority 3 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. The club, the fans, the supporters, the commentators, the players have been saying it for how long?
Right.
And now the board's stepping up. Come on, give me a break. I'm glad they're doing something about it. I just think it's a little too late. We very seldom buy in January because everybody who we want to buy is overvalued. So
yeah,
I don't see us buying in Jan.
Some great signings have come in January in the past 2, though.
Absolutely.
Vidic, Evra. I mean, they came together in the same window.
Yeah. I was reading.
So,
I was actually reading that article as well. I don't know if you read it about their bust up in there. It was quite funny. It was a good read.
If there's one player I would not want to square off with, it would be Nemanja Vidic.
Absolutely. See, now Lee Biggett is just coming in with a great point. Lee, blank checkbook for Conte. I can 100% get behind that. I wouldn't say blank checkbook, but I would stretch it to 80 mil, 90 mil.
Would he come?
Play with Varane, Pogba, Martial. Well, we might dump Martial, but there's a lot of French element in this in the team, so maybe.
Which would be what Pogba needs too.
100%. Like I am for this decision.
If the opportunity was there, I would say jump on that immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else though? I mean, Declan Rice. His name always pops up, but
I'm a fan. You know that. I would take Conte over Declan Rice.
I would 100% take Conte over Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Declan Rice is a great player, but he's a West Ham player.
But Conte is Conte.
Conte is a World Cup winner.
Yeah.
We've got World Cup winners in the squad. We, what's another one, Just add him to the pile. It's a great choice. I'd definitely take Conte. But I don't think he'll be available. Definitely not in January.
No, definitely not January.
That's potentially a summer signing. Potentially.
And if he was the only signing we made next summer,
I'd be happy.
Absolutely.
Ronaldo's
still there.
I wouldn't mind lightening the books. Hear me out here. Perhaps maybe Conte might not be the signing because Pogba will leave in the summer.
Do you think he'll leave?
Yes. Yeah, why? PSG offered Pogba 500,000 a week. We offered him 270,000 a week.
Yeah, and PSG are
230,000 reasons why. I'm sorry, Pogba doesn't play for the badge.
No, he doesn't. Never has.
Never will. He cares about one thing.
Pogba. Yeah. I didn't like when he came back to begin with, to be honest. I figured Ferguson let him leave for a reason. Why are we taking him back? If he wanted to be at the club, he could have been at the club.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I can't say much else than that about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're supposed to have a debate show, and we're not very debating because I totally agree with that statement. Fergie left made him leave for a reason, and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, man. Is what it is. Let Pogba go and make Conte a priority. Pogba is just there, just going through the motions. Yeah, Lee Bigot, absolutely. You're 100% correct, my friend. 100% correct.
I totally agree. Hard to debate when we all agree on this
Yeah,
one.
it is. It is. It makes for a boring show. but man, I would honestly, you know, the whole Donny van der Beek story. If Pogba had left when he was supposed to leave, then Donny's in the side as a cover for Bruno, and then we're good. We're good. We can play Donny because we can rest Bruno, and then they're playing in the right positions.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in time, we can't, because how do you keep Pogba on the bench?
You can't keep Pogba on the bench. I mean, he needs to be playing. He's good enough that he should be playing, but he's still not. He's not giving what he should be giving for the club. And I know we've talked about that before too. He's a great player. We see him when he's with France. He looks brilliant. When he was with Juventus, he looked brilliant. There's flashes of it when he plays for United, but it's just not there. He does not care. He does not want to be at the club. Let him go.
100%.
I would say that about any player. If they
100%.
don't want to be there, let them go.
100%.
And then we had a player like Ander Herrera who ran his socks off, who I rate very highly, and we let him leave.
I think there was more to that, and underlying under, what we're not going to be privy to.
Sure, and there always is.
Yeah. But it was a big loss for me, man. I was a Pereira fan.
Yeah, same.
A Herrera fan, not a Pereira. Herrera.
Yeah, I loved watching him play. Great passing, good movement, defended well, got forward.
Huge potential. Huge potential. Could have been. Yeah. I don't know why they let him go. Stupid decision, in my honest opinion. But hey, we're not the board. We're not the manager. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
I've got to say, the board, I don't know, just in these last few months since the Super League fiasco, I've been impressed with things that have been happening, as far as I can tell, behind the scenes.
Well, I clicked the wrong button. Whoopsie. Yeah, I totally agree with that. They've come out, they've been more active, they've attended the fan forums.
Right.
They're communicating. They seem to be a more hands-on approach. However, they're still running it as a business. They're still businessmen. And I'm going to be Glazer out before I'm Ole out. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean,
we're seeing
you still have to look.
Seeing the effort. They're putting in the effort.
Yeah, they are. They're taking a step forward. And I look back to, the days with Fergie. We did win a Champions League when the Glazers were owners. We won Premier League titles when the Glazers were owners. I don't like them owning the club, but to say that they've not supported the club this entire time, I think that's unfair as well.
No, they are definitely behind the club. Their best interests to be behind the club.
Yeah, they're businessmen.
100%. And we saw that as soon as their stock price hit a value, they went and dumped a large majority of the A-listing shares, which means nothing in the big grand scheme of things, because even if they sold all the A-list shares, they still own 90% of the company in their B shares. So they didn't relinquish any power. However, they made the club a lot of money. Whether we see that money being put to good use by buying a new player or something, that we have to see.
Yeah, that's.
But benefit of the doubt to them. Benefit of the doubt.
No, I've been impressed the last couple of months, and like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm a huge Glazers fan, because I'm not. But they've been better.
Has been better. Absolutely has been better. So, if we can't get Conte, who do we go for? Who else besides Declan Rice? I mean, the name comes up a lot, and I think there's sentimental value around Declan Rice, and I don't think he's the right player. But who else?
And that I have no idea. There's nobody out there to me that fits the mold of that player that we need. And maybe that's why we didn't buy.
I agree.
I think maybe that's why Declan Rice's name comes up so often, because he's one of the few players that's actually playing well in that position, right? And I could be wrong. I could be totally off the mark. But I don't see anyone out there other than Conte, who, I mean, how old's Conte now?
Well, that's my problem. I want to buy in the 24 to 27 established player, get 6-7 years out of him and groom the next guy.
Right, and I think maybe that's why I like Declan Rice, because he's a young player. Get him in, and I don't know, but I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody else out there. Yeah, Conte's 30. He'll be 31 at the end of next season.
Which is when we decide to spend big money on top players, is just as off their glory is.
Yeah, his legs aren't going to be what they're. He's not going to have that speed for much longer. Now, do we want to drop 80 million on a 31-year-old midfielder?
What about Kimmich?
Well, it splashed the cash. I totally forgot about him. If he was available, that would be my number one pick, hands down.
Because I think Lee's pointed that out. Kimmich for me, I think would be better than Conte.
Yep.
But has a German ever played? Is Kimmich German? Yeah, has a German ever played for?
Yeah, he's.
It's it's
and that's where Rice and Conte. I mean, they've already proven themselves in the Premier League. If Kimmich comes to England, is it going to take him a year to settle? And when he does settle, is he going to be the player that he is in Germany? Because Bayern Munich are a machine in Germany.
Absolutely.
And they're a machine because they're Bayern Munich. I mean, how many clubs can touch them in the German league?
No, there's one. It's just,
Yeah.
Schweinsteiger, had he spelled it United, was a bit of a flop.
But he was too old when he came.
I completely forgot about that, Lee. Thanks for reminding me. But yeah, he was like
speed was gone.
He was 87, and like it's just like, oh my gosh!
They rolled him in the wheelchair before a game.
Yeah, absolutely. Zimmer frame.
And then he went to Chicago, and he didn't even play well there. He was done.
He was blown completely. But Kimmich would be a good signing. He reminds me a lot of Michael Ballack. Yeah, and look how well he did for Chelsea, man.
Yeah, Ballack was.
I used to call him ballsack because he just freaking always used to annoy us, man. He used to get under our skin. He used to niggle. He just played the game so well. Like I would loved him in our side.
You just saying his name kind of upset me.
Yeah, 100%. But absolutely star player, man. Star player. And that's the type of player I think we need. We need a bully.
When you said his name, I said, the prick. I want a player that when other fans see him playing, there's an emotional response.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully we got a bit of money and we blow and we spend big and spend good and buy proper. And I think we've got one shot at it only. I think now if we buy a key player in January, I'm saying treble. Treble. It's possible. It's possible. We're still in all competitions.
It's
absolutely possible.
Hey man, Leicester won the league a few years ago.
Absolutely. Anything's possible, man. It's English football. And another player that seems to get overlooked a lot is Wilfred Ndidi. Just talking about defensive mid. Indeed,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
it,
not a good point. Yeah, it's a very good point, Lee.
it's a position that it's
It's
so important and it's so overlooked. Like we don't look at these players and think, oh my
it's
god, what a game changer,
but
when
this is
they really can be.
this is what we said about Fred. You know, Fred doesn't get any accolade, any credit, any publicity
None.
because his job is not that. It is to run. It is to run your backside off and disrupt play.
I dare say he runs as well as Conte and as much as Conte. He just doesn't have the footballing brain that
Yeah,
Conte
he does.
does.
There we go. There we go. He lacks everything. He lacks in ability. He gives in heart. So
Yeah.
that's why. That is 100% why. But yeah, you know, we're struggling to come up with a name because not a lot of these players, unless you physically go and watch every single league, every single game, you're not going to know these players because they don't get put in the headlines. They don't get put in the media. They're not in your face. So it is a very hard position to scout for. You know, the strikers, you always hear about them before you see them. You know, a defensive midfielder, you have to go look for one.
Right.
You know, we might buy out of South America again. We like that South American engine. You know, we saw it with Anderson. We saw it with Fred. You know, I think there's been others in the past. Yeah. We definitely look for that sub. I'm not going to say subcontinent. That southern hemisphere engine, just runners. They just run, and run. So who knows? Maybe we go to Ethiopian League and find out what's there.
I mean, there's definitely players out there. Who knows? Find somebody in Asia, South America.
I wouldn't go
As
Asia.
long
I
as-
think it's a bit too small. I want a bully. I want somebody 6 foot. I want Holland. I want Hulim, the Norwegian. I want him as a central defensive midfielder.
Throwing elbows.
Can you imagine, man? Can you imagine? Nobody would get past the halfway line. Apparently, we're looking good to signing him in summer, eh?
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath.
Depends how well we do, eh? It all depends how well we do.
And that's we. I mean, as much as I want to say we need to win the league, we need this, we need that. We need a Champions League spot. If we don't have a Champions League spot,
No, he won't come out. No ways.
That's it.
Ways. But he's a beast, man.
He's a monster.
Yeah, monster. Like he's just abnormally large when he stands in the box.
He's got a pumpkin skull on him.
When he stands in the box next to all the defenders, looking down at them when the ball's coming in, I'm just like, you know, these guys are like 6'3", 6'4", and he towers them. I'm like, how tall is he? Like 6'6" or something.
It's huge.
Yeah, he's just monstrous, man. Monstrous. Runs 110. And he can bang the ball with both feet. I mean, he is a specimen. A specimen. That's what I'm saying.
And we already know he can link up with Jadon Sancho very, very well.
Yeah. So, Pogba not leaving when he was supposed to has put a spanner in the works because we were nearly buying Jordan last year. So if we had bought Jordan last year, we would have bought Holland this year, and I think Ronaldo just slotted in because we didn't bring in Holland.
Yeah,
But,
and you know, if he's there for 2 years, which I think this we signed him for, Cavani's gone next summer. That I think that's without question at this point. We'll bring him in, and Jesus, he's got who he learned from Ronaldo. Not that he really has much learning left to do, but man,
yeah. Everyone's learning from Ronaldo. Speaking of a young talent learning from Ronaldo, how good is it hearing Ahmed Diallo is back on the training ground?
Yeah.
What a revelation. That kid is good. Good.
He's only going to get better.
He's just so good. So good. And Ole touched on another guy, Ilanga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says Ilanga's pace is blistering. We haven't really seen it. We haven't had a chance to see him running at players, but I'm sure that long season we'll see a lot of that.
Still Many games to go.
Yeah, man.
And Rashford training again.
Well, yeah, I was going to bring up Rashford in his own little segment when we discuss team, but seeing you brought him up, let's talk Rashy. Is he going straight in? Abso-freaking-lutely he is.
You think?
Absolutely.
No.
It's Marcus Rashford.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely he's going straight in. He's absolutely going straight in.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Nah, he's playing. He played 60 minutes behind closed doors. He said he's match fit. He said he's match ready. He's starting him.
Yeah, he did hint, didn't he?
He's absolutely starting him.
I don't think he will. I don't think he'll start him.
I put a tenner on it, mate. No, I think Rashford will start. I think McTominay, Pogba midfield. We might see Matic. I think Matic.
Yeah, I see. Matic, McTominay.
What about Pogba? We're going to play Pogba.
He's going to play on the left. Rashford's not starting.
Yeah. What are you? Yeah. Come on. No.
I've already thought the same today.
Oh. So okay, big differences. Give me the starting 11 then.
Well, I mean, we got Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Lindelof, of course. De Gea is going to start. Yeah. McTominay, Matic, Pogba, Fernandes, Sancho, Ronaldo.
Okay, very similar setup. I just don't see. I see us playing Tomine and Pogba, or Matic and Pogba pairing in the midfield, with Rashford down the left.
I would love to see Rashford back, but I don't think he'll start. I think he'll play, but I don't see him starting.
I see him starting. He'll get 60 minutes. They'll bring him off. Bring on Sancho.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I'm a huge Rashford fan. I cannot wait to see him back out there. And if his name is on the starting lineup tomorrow,
you owe me a tenner.
Yeah, I do, and I will happily pay it. No, I think he adds something that we desperately need right now. Well, why not Rashford on the left and Sancho on the right then?
Yeah, I think Greenwood would start ahead of Sancho.
Yeah,
I think Greenwood.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've got it at Greenwood on the right, Marcus down the left, Bruno in the mid, and Ronaldo up front. I'm a little bit concerned about Ronaldo, to be perfectly honest with you.
Why?
So, although he scored 5 goals in 4 games, or what is it, for us, and then another 5 goals in 2 games for Portugal.
Yeah, something like that.
The guy's a goal-scoring machine. However, if you look at those, when last did you see an epic Ronaldo finish?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, 1987, I think.
Yeah. No, he's a different player now. He plays in the box. That's where he scores goals.
I'm not disputing that. Absolutely not disputing that. I'm just, how far can that get you?
Well, I think we saw against Everton, not that he played the whole game. You know, they're figuring him out.
Yeah, absolutely. They got his number.
And it's kind of the same as Cavani. He plays in the box. He waits for the ball to land where he wants it to be.
Yeah, Cavani.
And they both know where the ball is going to land. I mean, I'll give them both that, but I would even say Cavani does a better job of that than Ronaldo. But they're both that player now that they need to be in the box to score goals. They're not running in. They're not running around defenders. Like you said, when's the last time we saw Ronaldo do a spectacular Ronaldo finish?
Okay, but
it's not there anymore.
But to combat that whole argument, did you see Cavani's chip 9 months ago? From I mean, what a goal!
Oh yeah, I know. We're gonna see moments, but they're not the players they were.
No, I agree.
7 years ago.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I like Edison Cavani. Like absolutely think he's a great player. His movement.
Yeah.
And you could see it so much when he came into the United team. Straight away, you could see he's just a different type of player.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the combination that both of them need to be on the park. I think
I would I want to see both of them play together.
I think that's the pairing.
Yeah, I think
Not
when we
every
have
game, but
no, but I think when we have one striker out there, just Ronaldo or Cavani,
we look
the
flat.
defenders the defenders stay compact with that player. You know, you've got two central defenders that can shut it down. If you have both of them out there, one of them is going to find space.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. We just look flat. We look flat.
Right.
We got no. We talk about this identity, and I agree. We don't have an identity. How are we going to score? Where's the goal going to come from? You know, the old United way, we used to know. Ball down the left, ball down the right, cross it into the box. If that doesn't work, you know, bring it into the middle, one down the middle, then back to the sides. And there were patterns to our play. There is no pattern. There's no pattern at the moment.
No.
Is that the gelling? Or is that the lack of Ole? I'm not so certain. Not so sure. It's a whole debate on another day.
I think Ollie's doing a great job with getting forward. He needs to work on his defense. And I think you and I talked about that between shows too. You know, bring in a defensive coach that is going to work with the players, because I don't think the striker brain that Ollie has is going to. I don't think the tactical awareness is there to really lead the defenders. And I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Maybe some positives from this. We hired a stats coach, a statisticians coach, or who knows what he does, but apparently he's going to help us in defense. I don't know how, but apparently so.
Hey, if it helps, great. And if it's, I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of anybody hiring that before, but
I think Arsenal did. I think we followed Arsenal. Oh,
they're doing great.
no, well, I think we stole their defensive coach, and that's why they're poo now.
Oh.
Their tactician. What's it? Ramsey. The Ramsey guy. Oh,
you know what? I shouldn't say that. Arsenal are looking good again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was 3 games into the season. They hadn't won any, and now they've won 3 in a row, and now they're sitting tied with Tottenham.
Right.
They're the quickest team to ever chase down first or something. That was brilliant. But yeah, I mean, speaking of bad starts, Leicester are not having a good start, and that's our competition for this weekend. So maybe a great opportunity. United always do well coming back from international break. Now, you know, a weakened Leicester.
We have played Leicester 30 times. We have won 19. We've lost 3.
That's in our favor.
Mm-hmm. Leicester have not won consecutive league games against United since September 1973, and they won their last match against us. So, again,
that's
are in our favor.
Well in our favor, and it's an away game. Yay! I get excited for away games.
We've only lost one of our 15 Premier League away games against Leicester. 9 wins and 5 draws.
Yeah, so look, I see Bailly dealing with the pace. I see Lindelof dealing with the pace that Leicester are going to bring at us. Where's the key battle in this game? Because it's a tough one.
We need to negate Jamie Vardy.
I'm not too worried about him. I think we can. I think we got the ability to do that with Lindelof and Bailly. I'm more worried about our midfield. And if we don't control the midfield, I think Leicester could be a problem side. But they're not playing great. They're not playing great. So it's a great time to face them. It's an absolute fantastic time to face them.
I wish our two starting central defenders were there, but
well, if those CBs are there, then I'm saying 3-0.
Sure.
I think we could blank them out easily, but without them, I'm going 2-1. I think Leicester are good for a goal. I think any team is good for a goal in the Premier League. You know, set pieces are so tough to defend, and you know, so I think they're good for a goal. I think we're good for 2 to 3, maybe even 4, depending on how midfield duo, depending which duo.
I'm going to say 3.
So you're going with 3-1. I know Scott
3-1.
Davies commented earlier with 2-1 to Leicester. And he's a United fan.
He's allowed to be.
Maybe he's been drinking. I don't know.
He's allowed to be wrong. We all make mistakes.
I don't know. No, I know Scott pretty well. I think he's been drinking.
It is Friday.
He's a bit drunk.
Yeah.
A United fan coming out with Leicester winning. Yeah, come on. Annoyingly, Scott has predicted the last 2 games correctly, so I didn't want to say that.
Well, you know, he can't get everything.
No, he can't, and I'm going to rub it in his face when he gets this one wrong. Look, I'm a bit nervous. All good things need to come to an end. Our away streak is absolutely phenomenal. Makes me a bit nervous because, you know, all good things come to an end. I just hope it's not tomorrow, because Ole needs this win. We need this. We're calling it a tough run. However, I only see really two to 3 tough games in that run. Everyone's calling it the dreaded 6, and I'm like, Leicester should be an easy game. Should be. Not a tough game. It's not a tough game. It's a game we can win. If we play right, it's a game we can win.
As long as the organization, like you said, in the midfield works. And I guess when I said that about Jamie Vardy, we need to not let them play balls in behind, because he's fast and he can score goals. So you're right. Midfield organization, that's key.
Yeah, absolutely. I see the two really tough games, obviously Liverpool and City. We've got the derby to worry about. Atalanta shouldn't be a tough game. It's at Old Trafford. It is at Old Trafford, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at Old Trafford. So we're not traveling. It's I think the Wednesday game. So
yeah, it's at Old Trafford Wednesday.
Yeah. And when's our next game? It's Liverpool on Saturday.
It's Atalanta, and then Liverpool are Sunday.
So there, good.
Sunday the 17th.
Perfect. Great break.
No, not 17th, 24th. I don't know what day it is. Yeah. So we got plenty of days in between too.
Yeah, plenty of days. So Liverpool's the tough game. Let's get Leicester out the way. Get a good run. Have a great game going into the Liverpool game. You know, have our confidence up. That's what I'm hoping for. I think we need it. The Liverpool game is going to be tough. I think Mo Salah and the Liverpool midfield are going to be a huge problem for us. Huge. We need Maguire back. That's right. Don't play Maguire against Leicester. Keep him, have him fit.
Yeah, let him rest. Let him heal. Let him be 100%. Fresh.
Leicester is not they're tough, but they're not the tough. They're not the top 5, top 2, top 3. It is a must-win game. Make no mistake. Any game is a must-win game. But this is a easier must-win game.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've said before, 3 points is 3 points. If they grind out a result or they steamroll. But I think it'll be a pretty solid victory. As you said, with Ollie taking players off after making mistakes, I think that ruthlessness is there. I think the players are going to see that, and they know they need to perform.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a very different United from this weekend on. I think we're going to see glimpses. We're going to see continuous patches of play that are. We're going to see it now. There's something I saw at the end of the Everton game. Yes, I'm not talking about Ole laughing at 90 minutes and smiling and being happy about a point. But a point was good enough, in my opinion. A point against any Premier League team is good enough. 3 is best. 3 is the goal. 1's good.
Sure.
1 is good.
1's better than none.
Correct.
And
100%.
I don't think he was smiling and happy about getting the point. I mean,
It's something
he's
we
just a
didn't see what
smiling.
happened. We didn't see what happened before that.
He's a smiling guy. Somebody could
Yeah.
have cracked a joke.
Yeah, I think Luke Shaw dropped the ball or said something. Or yeah. I think the camera caught it at a different angle, and you know what news is like. But yeah, I don't see Leicester as a tough game. Not like everyone's making out this 6-game streak as the do or die. But it is very, very pivotal that we get off to a good start. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yep. Need to go into the
Yeah.
Liverpool game with a bit of...
Yeah, that's the game I always look for in the calendar. I love that game.
Yeah, it is the game. I mean, absolutely, it is the game. The 2 games, I don't care if we win the league, as long as we beat Liverpool and finish ahead of them.
Exactly. Yeah. No,
Shallow fan, maybe.
Hey man, if you're shallow, I'm in that. I'm in that with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's rivalry, buddy. It's rivalry.
And same goes for City, and not as much as Liverpool though. God, I get heated when I watch United play Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game. Even the derby of late. I mean, City have had our number in the derby, so I'm stressing about the derby. But Ole has a good track record against the top 4.
He does.
You know, we haven't had many losses against the top 4. Well, our failures are the Southamptons and the Evertons and the
those mid-table sides.
The mid-table bogey. You know, we scrape. You know, struggling to scrape through to win. You know, we getting draws, and I think that's what's hurting us. And I think that's an element we need to change. We need to stop the silly goals coming from counter attacks. We can mitigate those. Good place.
And that needs to be priority tomorrow with Leicester, because if they break and the midfield gets forward fast enough, that's where Jamie Vardy is going to cause problems.
Which is potentially why I don't see Matic playing.
Yeah, but if he stays back,
I think he does want to maybe target controlling the midfield a bit better. We've lacked that in the past couple of weeks, so that leads me to believe Matic may play. But then you look at the pace aspect with Vardy and the other guy, I don't follow them, so I don't know their names, man. Their pace. I think Matic is going to struggle with that, so we might see McTominay, and that's McTominay's also coming off a good game for Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
They qualified for. Did they qualify or they?
I'm not sure if they qualified or not.
Or something like that. It was a good result for them. Good result for them.
Good on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he got an assist or a goal. He was definitely involved. So McTominay in the mid. I'm calling it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's going to start no matter what.
Leicester's injuries, they've got 2-3 key players that are not starting.
Yeah, I read something.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's honestly a great time to take them on. Great time to take them on.
So I think it'll be a good game.
Absolutely a good game. Cracker game. Okay, chat, this is the time where we lock in our team and prediction. If you don't, there is on the official Man United app. You can get that on the Play Store or your iPhone store, iCloud, what is the iStore, whatever, or your App Store.
The App Store.
App Store, there we go. Yeah. I'm an Android user. I don't like the half-eaten apple.
No, yeah. I'm all about the rotten fruit.
The rotten fruit, baby.
Yeah.
Rotten fruit. 100%. So, let's go. Predict now. So I'm locking it in. Lineups. Let's go. Waiting for lineup.
I'm going now. I've already told you mine. So.
Oh no! Hold on. My apps failed. Need a reboot. Yeah.
My rotten fruit app is working perfectly fine.
Yeah. I could actually do it online. When
are we going to see Jones back?
I don't know if he played behind closed doors. I didn't see anything on the team news. It's just the little bit of media that we got filtered out. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if you listened to the podcast with him last week, but it was
I
It's
listen.
good.
Yeah, I listened to bits and pieces of it. They've been making this podcast in a while, and they do all the teasers. So I haven't listened to the full thing, but I have heard bits and pieces out of it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, correct score. I'm going with United 3, Leicester 1.
I'm going for 3.
I'm committing to the 3.
I agree.
Committing to the 3. If Rashford starts, 3.
I don't think he's going to start.
I think he's starting. I'm picking him. I'm putting him in. It's Rashford. He's got to go straight
I hope you're
in.
right. I hope you're right, but I don't think.
Okay,
Right.
Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bailly, Lindelof. Where's old Lindelof? And Luca Shaw. And then we're going to go with Pogba. Oh, this is where you differ. Where's Pogba? There he is. And McTominay. Bruno. Ronaldo. Then I'm going with Greenwood. Did Greenwood play for England? No. Was he even select? No. He got his call up, didn't he?
I think he did, but I don't think he played.
I don't think he played. I don't think he got any minutes. Oh, good news. Did you see he got nominated for, I think it's Young Footballer of the Year, or what did Copper, what's that award?
Oh, the
Yeah. Anyways, he got awarded for that.
young one.
Yeah. I think he'll win it, to be perfectly honest, looking at it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And he does. He absolutely does. And then I'm going for Rashford, and I think Rashford will start. And Lee, Ronaldo and Rashford to get the goals. 2-0. Lee, good man. Somebody with good man.
I'd be okay with that.
Of course. I want to see a clean sheet. I think De Gea deserves clean sheets at this point in time, man.
Yeah. Well, and back to the stats that we had here. In those 30 games, we've had 14 clean sheets.
So the potential's there. So the potential's there. I still think they're good for a goal just because of a centre back pairing.
Right.
I think that pairing has known to be a bit leaky. Hence the reason we bought Maguire and Varane. So we are confirming. Locked in. Let's go. Let's freaking go. First scorer.
Let's say Ronaldo.
Where is he? There he is. Number 10, Marcus Rashford.
You're going with Rashford.
I have to. He's starting. He's playing. He's in the game of the match.
You love him.
Well, apparently I'm dating Ronaldo, so I can't love him. Rashford's, the mistress. Who would be your man in the match?
Let's give it to Rashford. I'm going to give it to Rashford.
You said he's not even starting.
No, I think he's going to come off the bench and really make a difference, though.
You think so? You think so? No. Notice how none of us or anybody, even in the comment section, mentioned Donny van der Beek starting, or even playing, or even getting on the team sheet.
When you throw gum at the manager, you tend to not play.
Yeah, career limiting move. I think he's out in January. He should be gone. So I don't know. I think, you remember, the key battle is going to be the midfield. And I got a feeling Bruno's going to be on form. I think he's going to be pulling that midfield by the string. I'm going with Bruno Fernandes as man of the match.
What a player, man.
Oh, he's quality. He's nominated for Ballon d'Or as well.
Oh. Okay. It's not United related. Kind of is. Ronaldo's in there.
Yeah.
Who's going to win it this year?
Unfortunately, you have to look at Lewandowski's record and say, wow.
And that, if I had to pick, that would be my.
However, they've been nominated, and it is their work and contribution for which season specifically?
Well, I mean, last season,
Okay,
Lewandowski.
is it a calendar year or is it a footballing year?
Yeah, I don't know. And they didn't have it last year, so I don't know if they're taking both years into account or.
This is also a question because Ronaldo 2 years at Juventus scored 100 goals. 110 goals and 119 appearances
So
in Serie A.
Ronaldo should be up there. Lewandowski up there. I don't think Messi deserves to be in contention.
No, Barca didn't win anything. He didn't really do well in La Liga. Did Barca win the league? No, they didn't.
No,
it was Atletico Madrid, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. So
Griezmann left to win the league, and
yeah. So, I don't think Messi should be there. I agree.
But I'm reading, and everyone's saying Messi. He should win.
I think Lee says the Ballon d'Or goes off the calendar year. So if it's at the end of the year, if you take in, Lewandowski gets my vote every day of the week. Yeah, I agree, but he's going up against Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who was top scorer at the Euro?
That's it. Top scorer at the Euro. La Liga titles, 100 league goals. The guy's got stats. What Lewandowski has at the moment is unbeaten. 80 scored in 18 consecutive games and scored like 80 goals in 10 appearances. I mean, it's just unreal numbers. However, he's only doing it in the German league.
Right.
He's international. Granted, he plays for not maybe the best side in the world, but his international stats I don't think are as good as Ronaldo's.
No, they're not. And again, I mean, like you said, he's not playing for the best side in the world. But I don't think Messi deserves to be there. And I think if Messi wins, I think whether it's Ronaldo or Lewandowski,
I don't even think Mbappe deserves to be there.
No,
I don't even think that list deserves to be 30 names long.
It shouldn't. But if Messi wins, these other players have been robbed.
No, I agree.
He was not the best player.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
The only thing that maybe sway is the Copa America. Isn't that his first one?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, Ronaldo didn't win it when Portugal won Euro.
Nope.
So yeah, I mean, like, come on. I think it's a farce. I think Ballon d'Or is a farce.
Oh, it is. There's palms being greased, and yeah.
Because who was it? It went to Ronaldo or Messi, and it should have gone to like Modric. I mean, like there was another player that the numbers were just unreal, and I mean, got a mention basically. Went to Messi, I think. I must look that one up. Yeah, it's nice to see Greenwood nominated for the young player, Ronaldo and Bruno for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I think Bruno would be more deserving than Messi would be.
I agree. I think Bruno's in the top 5. My top 5 will be Lewandowski, Ronaldo, Bruno, N'Golo Kante, and who else?
Not Messi.
No, I wouldn't put Messi there, but I'd maybe put him in the top 5. You can't leave him out. Shame.
But sure you can.
He'll cry. No,
he didn't do anything. Good.
No, you'll cry.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not a Messi fan.
No, I'm not either. I think it goes down too easily. Yeah, and he's a prick. Just simple as. He scored against us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have played Park, Ferguson. Should have played Park.
I think if I think if Messi really wanted to prove himself, he wouldn't have went to France. But
No,
that's
100%.
me.
100%. And if you were so loyal to Barcelona, do what PK did. Play for 10% of the money.
Yep.
Because then it
He's
shows
already
you playing
rich.
for the
He
club.
doesn't need any more money.
100%. What does he need the money for? No, I am going to go play in the France League. They pay me lots of money.
Yep.
Fuck off, mate.
Yep.
Ronaldo, I need lots of money. I'm going to go play in England. The hardest league in the world. And win Player of the Month.
But Ronaldo didn't just come for the money. He came to prove that he still can do it.
No, absolutely. Different player. Different class. Different pedigree. Different.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited. It's football. It's great stuff, man. It's great stuff. It gets everybody talking, gets everyone out there, man. Right, remember, chat, if you haven't already, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button.
I don't know where the buttons are, but
they're all over the show, depending on which platform. You know what you need to do. Remember, we are running a competition. If you are a follower on Facebook, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Your name will be put into the hat. The first 1,000 followers on both platforms will automatically be entered into the draw. We are looking at growing the channel. The channel's growing fantastically, all thanks to your help, your comments, your likes, your shares, and you guys tuning in. And yeah, please, man, if you guys want any suggestions, any improvements to the channel, just hit me up on my socials, on the channel pages. You can contact me through there. And yeah, chat, this has been great, man, as usual. From myself.
Yeah, I can't believe we've already gone an hour. That's I missed this.
Yeah, I've missed it too. Would you be keen to do a watch along sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably won't speak much. There'll just be the odd grunt and scream, but yeah.
I'm sure we can do it. We'll look at setting up a nice little overlay there, chat. We'll see. We'll start doing some watch alongs. It'd be great to interact with you guys during a game, man. It'll be fantastic, fantastic stuff. Right, on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, people of all sorts backgrounds. What do you even say nowadays? It's so
I don't know, man. Don't push it though. You get canceled.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, to everyone. Good evening.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Good evening.